welcome back to the channel Tarot Yogi. I'm Vinit, and today we have an extra special collaboration. It's a collaboration between Scarlet Serpent Tarot, DAP's Universal Tarot, and me. And today's reading's topic is going to be I'm going to be looking at how are you mastering your body. Scarlet Serpent Tarot, he's going to be looking at how are you mastering your spirit. And DAP's Universal Tarot, he's going to be looking at how are you mastering your mind. So definitely do go head over to their channel. I will tag their YouTube handle in the title of this video, and I will leave a link in the description box below. They're extremely talented readers. They're brilliant. Definitely do go head over to their channel. Go subscribe to them. Go show them lots of love. Let them know you came from Tarot Yogi. And having said that, I'm going to be doing a crystal ball reading on how are you mastering your body. And we have 3 piles to choose from. Pile number 1, we have card number 18, Vindhya Pada. Card number 23, Shakrapada. And card number 44, Hara Siddhai Pada. So take a minute, see what pile is being called to you intuitively. The description box below will have the timestamp for your pile. And again, remember, these are general readings, so please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below, so you can definitely reach out for a private reading, and I'll see you guys in your reading. Thank you. Hello, pile number 1. If you chose card number 18, which is Vindhya Pada, this is your reading on how are you mastering your body. And this is a collaboration between Scarlet Serpent Tarot, DAP Universal Tarot, and me. So definitely do check out my dear friends on their channel. I will link it in the title of this video, and I will leave a link to their reading in the description box below. So definitely do go head over to their channel. I think Gian is covering how are you mastering your spirit, and I think DAP is covering how are you mastering your mind, and I'm going to be covering how are you mastering your body, and it's going to be a crystal ball reading. So just give me a minute and I'll get to channeling. Okay, pile number 1. So right away, what I'm sensing in your body is a lot of heaviness. You're not able to take deep breaths, or your breaths feel very heavy, and there is a sense of there's just being a lot of pressure on you. And I think it is sort of showing up in your body as unwanted illnesses. So understand that if you're getting sick lately, it is not because you're supposed to get sick, but it is something that you're manifesting from your own mind. So it would be very interesting to see what Gian and Dap have to say in their reading. But I think you're understanding that your body itself is an intelligence, and how you're sort of mastering your body is, I think you're learning to quiet your mind. Especially, there's something about your mind over here. So I do think you have a very overactive mind, which is sort of affecting you at a very physical level. So I do think there is a real need for you, pile number 1, to focus more on being more embodied, walking bare feet on grass, grounding in whatever way you can, and taking up more alternative healing techniques, because you are very fiery by nature, and I think you naturally want to get more fiery, but what you need is more grounding. What you need is more just being present and mindful in your body and learning to take things slow. So I think you will be able to tap into your body's intelligence even more the more you sort of learn to quiet your mind, and also learn to sort of tame your desires over here, and understand that not everything that you like or everything that you deeply desire you have to run after. And I think this is a much deeper understanding that you're coming to, that maybe not everything that we desire leads to something like fulfillment. And I do think you're also very rough with your body. I don't think you're very gentle with yourself, and there's a real need for you to be a little more gentle with your own physical body. I think you're also working yourself long hours, which is not helping the cause, and you're not sleeping very well. So I know it just seems like a list of complaints over here, pile number 1, but understand that any sort of success, or any sort of success in the spiritual world or the material world, you will only be able to receive that if at least you're in your basic health. And right now, your health looks a little questionable. So you need to sort of prioritize your body even more than you have ever before, and understand that in sort of finding this love for your body, you will be able to not only heal faster, but you will be able to do more because you wouldn't be in so much pain. And I'm getting this example of your knees. Well, I was going to say joints, but your knees being very weak and stiff, but you're not sort of giving it its regular sort of motioning. And I think that is again making your knees even stiffer, for example. So maybe that was a very specific message for someone. So for a lot of y'all, I would say maybe you need to go easy on the knee exercises that you're doing, because it's maybe doing more damage than what you realize. And yeah, definitely watch your knee exercises, and make sure if you're ever doing a knee exercise, your knee should never come ahead of your ankle. Your knee and your ankle should be at 90 degrees. If your knee is going ahead, it's definitely wrong, and you need to stop practicing that way. So again, that was a very specific message for your body, but take good care of your knees, pile number one. It's no joke. Trust me. And I think there's a lot of stubbornness. I think there's a lot of resistance that is occurring within you, because you sort of having that discipline within your body to really show up and do what you need to do every day, which is working out, breathing exercises, all those things, grounding yourself. You feel as if you're wasting time. You feel as if you could be doing something better. But honestly, the best thing for you to do right now is to take care of your body, and also learn to listen to your body, because just the way everything in the world talks to us, our body also is constantly talking to us. So really try to understand its language, because it is speaking to you in a certain language that only you will be able to decipher and understand what it is saying. And again, my right shoulder is getting very heavy. So again, coming back to what I was saying, there's a lot of just mental anguish manifesting as physical stress in your body. Otherwise, I think you're a very healthy person, and you need to sort of learn to empty your mind to sort of get more stable in your body, and understand that your body and mind are connected, and your body mind are connected through breath. So the more you go easy on your breathing, the more you really take your time to breathe, and also get mindful of the pause that, and also get more mindful of the natural pause that exists between an inhalation and an exhalation. So I think the more you're able to be with your breath, I think the more you will be able to gain control over your body. Because, and it's very interesting, I use the word control, right? So I do feel you sort of are even at a war with your body over here. So understand that your body is your best friend, and figure out ways how you can work with it instead of working against it. But honestly, what I'm seeing over here is there is definitely an internal conflict between your body and your mind, and therefore your spirit is not able to rise, your consciousness is not able to expand, and it all starts with your body. Trust me, in order to even get your mind to be more integrated with what you're trying to do, and for it to not run amok and for it to not run haywire, it's really important that you sort of not escape your body if there are aches and pains, but learn to be with it. Learn to really physically be with that sensation till it subsides, because it will. If you don't keep coloring it, whether it be a good thing or a bad thing. So you need to definitely go beyond duality by going through the duality, by really experiencing it. We can only be truly empty of something once we have been filled with it, right? So understand the deeper sort of spiritual working that is happening in your body, and how sometimes to win we have to do the easiest thing, and that is truly being more embodied and being more present and being here and now with almost no thoughts in your mind, which is extremely difficult to do, I know. But that has to be a goal, and that is something you need to work towards. And I do feel this pile particularly, you feel a little lost right now. You don't know what's next. You also don't know what's maybe coming next. So I would say you will be guided because you do have an internal compass, but again, you're not able to really listen to it. So definitely check out Jian and Dap's reading because it would be very interesting to see, because I do see your spirit is trying to communicate to you, but your mind is so loud, you're not able to hear it. So definitely check out their reading on what they have to say. It would be very, very interesting. But you need to make experiencing your body a little more pleasurable. You need to even maybe spend more time looking in the mirror and not be stuck at what is superficially visible in the mirror, but also understand the more divine energy circulating deep within, and really try to come in contact with that in a quintessential sense, where you're not seeing it from you're not seeing it through a lens of your mind, but you're experiencing it for yourself as a direct perception. Yeah. So the more you are gentle with yourself, the more you're gentle with your body, the more you're gentle with just easing into your practices instead of putting a gun on your head and saying that no, you have to do it right now or it needs to be done, and just having a more gentle approach to just doing whatever you're doing, whether it's a menial task, whether it's working out, whether it's whatever. It's really important that you approach it with love, and you approach it with a sense of you don't have to do it, you want to do it. So just watch how everything shifts. Yeah. So I know it sounded like a scolding pile, number one, but it's truly not that. And you're definitely integrating some very, very difficult lessons. You're definitely integrating some heavy stuff. And the truth is, you need to realize that these very extreme transformations are only possible if you truly desire it. And it's very interesting. I was saying something about desire early on in the reading, but understand that even our desires come from a much deeper place, and you will be so tapped in that you will just know the right desire to go after that is going to give you emotional fulfillment. So there's nowhere to run, by number one. There's nowhere to run, and you can't keep fleeing your body. You can't keep escaping from your mind. You sort of have to come home to it and, you know, show your body and mind who's truly the boss. And I think you will be able to do this very, very successfully. And I'm seeing a lot of pink again. So there's a real emphasis on being more tender with yourself. For example, spending more time doing your skincare, and really doing your skincare very lovingly, for example, instead of just throwing on products. Really taking your time to massage your skincare in. And honestly, I can relate because I just have so many things to do in a day that fitting in my skincare would feel like such a chore. But I have also started enjoying my skincare a lot, and I really like to take my time with it. So I would say that is also sort of the advice over here. And skincare is just an example, but whatever you do, even if you're waking up at 5:30 in the morning to go for a run, do it with so much love. Do it with a sense of looking forward to it. How would you feel if you were meeting your crush? That's the same energy you need to have in being more present in your body and really showing up in your body. And I think that's how you will be able to truly master your body, by number one. Yeah, yeah, that's all I see. Any other messages? Yeah, so again, this is a general reading. Please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below. So you can definitely reach out for private reading, and I'll see you guys in the next reading. Thank you. Hello, pile number two. If you chose card number 23, Shakrapada, this is your reading on how are you mastering your body. And this is a collaboration between Scarlet Serpent Tarot and DAP Universal Tarot and me where they're going to be looking at how are you mastering your spirit and how are you mastering your mind. And I'm going to be doing a crystal ball reading on how are you mastering your body. So definitely do go head over to their channel, go show them lots of love. And having said that, we'll just jump into the reading on how are you mastering your body. So just give me a minute and we'll get to channel. Okay, by number two, so I'm getting something right away is you're definitely someone who has a physical practice in place with your body. You either practice yoga or you work out, you go to the gym, you run, or you do a combination of things, but you have been doing this for a while and you do have the discipline to sort of maintain it. So you do understand the sustenance part of things and you understand that in order to look good, you need to work out, for example. That's just a very base thing to say over here, but I do think you're also maybe trying too hard. And what you need to maybe do is understand, instead of trying to reflect what you're trying to be, know that you have the ability to shapeshift into just becoming it. So there's a real message of alchemy over here for you within your body that is also happening. So I think you have hit a plateau with maybe your workout over here, or maybe you've hit a plateau with just where you are and you feel as if nothing is changing within your body, even if you're working extremely hard. So first thing I would say over here is oftentimes when we do the same practices over and over again, our body gets accustomed to it, and sometimes our prana flow or our breath, it doesn't circulate properly. So I think what you need to also truly introduce into your practice more now is definitely some pranayam practices and some breath work. You can start with breath work and then you can get to pranayam, because pranayams are very, very specific. And I would say go very, very slow. Build it up, maybe do 10 breaths first and then build it up to 25, 30. But don't go crazy. Like don't start doing 300 Kapalbhatis. That is highly not advised. So see how you can incorporate some breath work into your practices, because it will not just help you move at a very physical level, it will obviously do that. You will glow up even more. And Shukra also means Venus, and Shukra also means seed. And very interestingly, my Dhatura plant is just seeding today. So there's a real emphasis over here on you understanding that you have sort of hit the tail end of the journey, and now it's time for you to sort of become the seed again so you can sprout into completeness again. So there's a cyclical nature over here that is being highlighted, and understand that even if you're letting go of things, you still have the complete potential to again regain whatever you have lost at a higher state than before. And I think there's definitely a ego clash within yourself, which is also maybe stopping you from growing. I think you're also a little complacent and also stubborn, which is not helping you make the changes you really need to make over here. And that's how you will sort of master your body, by knowing when to switch things up into your practices and understanding that you do have enough wisdom at this point and you have enough willpower to take the right action for long periods of time to actually make the change. And your body's not going to give up on you, but that doesn't mean you keep pushing yourself, by number two. So understand where you can also relax, understand where you can also take it easy, understand where you can also ease into things instead of constantly working and fighting and trying to push things. So I do feel pile number two also has a very, very overactive mind. And so definitely check out Scarlet's Open Tarot and App Universal Tarot's reading, because it would make a lot of sense. There's a lot of activity in the mental planes for you, I feel. And there's definitely a lot of activity at the spirit realm for you. But in order for you to hear it properly, in order for you to even transmit maybe what you're trying to say in a more efficient, in a more eloquent way, to sort of find the right words at the right time to sort of make an impact, it's only going to happen by you going inwards and really spending time doing more practices, that are a little more subtle in nature. You don't just have to keep doing ab workouts to look good, is what I'm trying to say over here, pile number two. And look at the more deeper esoteric practices that naturally are calling to you, and understand that there is something for you to gain over there. And I do feel our body has an intelligence of its own, and oftentimes, if you notice, pile number two, you do a lot of things unconsciously. Maybe you will stand at a certain spot in your house, or your hands will just start doing certain gestures on their own. So try to be a little more mindful of those things, because I think your body is also trying to hint you towards the direction that you need to go towards. But this will only happen if you're able to quiet your mind enough so you can really listen to spirit. And I think you will be able to do this. I think a lot of y'all already do this. It's just maybe you forget from time to time, and maybe you're not balancing out your energies properly. Maybe the boundary issues over here, whatever it is, you sort of have to recalibrate and come back to yourself. And there is an emphasis over here of you even needing solitude. So, but I do feel a lot of y'all are also in the public eye over here. So the way you look also matters. Again, Shukra has that Venus attribute, and it's really important that you really show up and nourish yourself whenever necessary, and not just stick there, because I see a lot of people take care of their bodies so well, but then that's where they get stuck. People don't go deeper, but you need to go deeper, pile number two. And I think your body itself will guide you to certain practices, certain mudras, certain pranayams that is going to truly again push you in the direction that you need to go towards, where you will have true growth, where even your consciousness will expand, not just your biceps. So understand that. What are you doing so much skincare for, right? What is the point of doing so much skincare if, like, you don't just want to look good, right? Our health has to mean something. It has to be harnessed somewhere. So, and I think a lot of y'all will have very different sort of life missions over here, but understand that no matter how material you are, even if you're working in the stock market, there's something very, very spiritual over there. So learn to tap into that more. You will have access to higher realms more than ever before. And I'm seeing a portal again, but understand that all of this will only happen through the body. Your heart is the biggest portal, pile number two. That is literally the most powerful portal you can even imagine. Your heart can transport you to places nothing else can ever. And that's truly the fastest thing ever. Yeah. But the mastery will come. I think you need to keep practicing, and you need to have a sense of detachment. And understand that even if you feel you have reached a level of mastery, there will always be a higher level of mastery to attain. Because even there are levels to meditation. So really go more towards the subtle practices. I think that's what your body is really trying to convey to you, because you are doing the basic. But how do you do more now? And you will be shocked. You will be shocked at even just how much more energy you will be able to harness if you truly do all this breath work for yourself. It will truly be helpful to you, and it will also help you empty out your own mind faster. So again, you will be able to hear the truth. Your own inner compass will truly guide you in the direction you need to be in. I'm seeing a lot of red, so I think there's a real emphasis on your root chakra, the Muladhara, where it all begins. And remember, Kundalini resides in the most dense chakra. Kundalini resides in the root chakra. So just understand that dichotomy there itself, and how in order to sustain yourselves at even higher spiritual levels, the gate is the body, number two. And don't just be stuck at the gate. Yes, you might have a very beautiful body, and I do think a lot of y'all have very conventionally attractive figures, but use it for spiritual advancement. If you have a healthy body, that itself is a very big privilege, by number two. We don't always realize because all our limbs are functional, right? We're seldom grateful to our heart because it beats for free, right? So a little more gratitude to your body, a little more love, a little more mindfulness and presence, and just see what more amazing stuff your body will do for you. Pile number two. So I do think you're very, very close to mastering a level of your body over here, I would say, and understand all of it is very, very connected. Your mind is connected to your body, which is connected to your breath, and you will be able to sort of experience this on your own. You will be sort of able to experience this on your own in a way where it'll be a direct experience, and the power of direct experience is more powerful than anything you've ever read. Pile number two. So please understand that as well. I think the more you choose to be present, there will be certain things that will come up. Maybe certain knots in your body, certain places where you have stored trauma. So it might trigger you a little, but really take your time with it and be with it. Don't analyze it, don't have a reaction to it, just be with it. Really, really watch it for what it is, and then watch it diminish, because the pain naturally will diminish if we don't keep giving energy to it. So again, this is not something that you can explain easily. This is just something you can experience for yourself. And I hope I was clear enough. Yeah. Again, I'm seeing a lot of heart. I was gonna say green, but I'm seeing like a lot of heart. So I'm seeing a green heart particularly. So definitely trees are your best friend right now. Be at the frequency of the trees. They are green, right? And our heart chakra is green, and it is sort of the bridge between the higher chakras and the lower chakras. So there's a real emphasis over here on your own heart healing and how you will be able to even express yourself better the more you heal your heart over here. And I'm just noticing even on the Shukrapada card, we have a lot of green and the blue. So all this heavy heart energy that you transmute will shoot up and come out as divine spoken word for you. You're gonna get more eloquent than you ever have before, especially if you're in the public eye over here, or if you're working in a company where you really have to talk, you're the sales manager, whatever it is, filter your situation, but your words are going to be more powerful than they ever have been before. So even be more mindful about the thoughts you're thinking, the words you're saying. Yeah. But you've definitely got this. There's a high level of mastery awaiting for you. It truly depends on to you how far you want to go by number two, because there is a lot of potential just waiting to be realized, like the seed. That makes so much sense. Yeah. And that's all I'm seeing. So again, this is a general reading. Please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video. Share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below. So you can definitely reach out for a private reading, and I'll see you guys in the next reading. Thank you. Hello, pile number three. If you chose card number 44, Hara Siddhai Yogini, this is your reading on how are you mastering your body. And this is a collaboration between Scarlet Serpent Tarot, DAP Universal Tarot, and me, where they're going to be looking at how are you mastering your mind and how are you mastering your spirit. And I'm going to be doing a crystal ball reading on how are you mastering your body. So just give me a minute and I'll get into the channeling. Okay, pile number three. So I'm seeing a lot of purple, and it makes sense because this specific yogini, she has a lot to do with your rare powers or siddhis or supernatural powers that you sort of attain on your yogic journey as you advance. And I see that your higher chakras are very active, so it would be very interesting to see what Scarlet Serpent Tarot and DAP Universal Tarot have to say, because they are looking at the more subtle energies of your mind and your spirit. And I think because your higher chakras are so active, you're not very present in your physical body, and understand that in order for energy to be raised, you sort of need the lower foundations to be very, very strong. And I definitely feel there's a leak in all three of your lower chakras. I'm seeing a leak in your Muladhar, which is your root, Swadhisthana, which is the second chakra, and Manipur, which is your third chakra, which is the seat of your ego. So there's a very heavy emphasis for you in order to, firstly, in order to master your body, to truly be more present, to be more stern and give yourself the tough love, but have a daily workout regime. You need to have a daily workout regime. I'm not saying you need to be in the gym for 3 hours or you need to be doing yoga for 6 hours. I'm not asking you to do that. I'm just asking you to sweat your body every day for 20 minutes. At least you need to start with 20 minutes and you will be able to do this. Start small. Just maybe start with like 10 crunches, whatever. Go for like a run, but you need to be physically present because you do have the gifts, you do have these supernatural abilities, so you're definitely very mystical. You could be my tarot readers, astrologers, healers, the whole psychic esoteric bunch. But you need to understand that for you to maximize your psychic abilities, which you already have, it takes people lifetimes to work for it, and you already have gained it from your past life. But the lesson for you is to be more embodied and see how you can even use your gifts in a very practical sense, like making money, for example. And I do think you could definitely have your North Node either in Virgo or Taurus or Capricorn, because there is this very strong energy of creating things and being more physically present on earth with your gifts. And let me tell you, your gifts will be extremely useless if you don't know how to channel the energy through your body first, how to be physically more present. The first two piles, I had to tell them that yes, the basic upkeep and maintenance of the body is important, but not to just get stuck there. But I see that you wouldn't even get stuck at the maintenance part. You already know how to look beyond. You're already beyond your ego in a lot of ways, pile number three. So your issues are a little different. You sort of have to do the opposite by being a little more present, by doing more physical things for your body. You have to do more physical things for your body by being more present and really taking charge and even walking more. I think the more you are active in your body, it will sort of help the energy be condensed within you. Because what I'm seeing is I'm seeing cake batter being put into a tray, and how people sort of shake the tray to equalize the cake batter before putting it in the oven. That's what it feels like. And it's very interesting. I said the oven, right? So I do feel there's another spiritual awakening creeping up on you, pile number three. So definitely check out Scarlet Serpent Tarot and Dap Universal's reading, because I'm sure they would go more into detail on this. But I do sense another spiritual awakening. So brace yourself. And again, to make it more easy for yourself, the more you're physically present in the body, the easier it will be for you to even access more gifts and to access it in a very effortless way where you're not even expending a lot of energy to gain access. So understand the trick. So understand the trick over here, pile number three. And out of all the three yoginis in the reading today, as the pile selection, only this yogini particularly has a decapitated head, and she has the head of a bull. So, and it's Taurus season, so it also makes sense. But understand that in order for you to gain the fertility and abundance and the money, fame, whatever you're looking for, the power, it is already within you. And the more you sort of are consistent with working out, whatever you do, yoga, whatever you do over here, the more rewarding everything else in your life will become. I'm seeing my friend now, and the thing with this particular friend of mine is she loves to work out, but she will like do 3 different workouts, but she will not always follow through. Cardinal sign problems. So again, take it easy. You don't have to do 10 things. Do one thing. Master it. Get perfect with it. At least reach a level where, in order to do like a physical, tedious task, You're doing it very effortlessly because you have that practice. And trust me, if you balance your lower chakras, you will be able to do so much. I'm seeing a lot of astral projection over here. I'm seeing a lot of astral projection over here. I'm seeing shape shifting. I'm seeing a lot of psychic abilities. I'm seeing a lot of higher, even yogic abilities over here. So understand that till you don't have a strong body, all your psychic gifts are a waste. Pile number three. And the more you choose to really, really be embodied. And again, I would recommend alternative practices like yoga, meditation, tai chi. Look at ways you can even raise your energy in a way where you're even doing something more physical, like for example doing a power yoga class or a hot yoga class where you're really sweating, where you don't have a choice but to be physically present in your body to 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 even do those unusual complex postures, right? Yogic asanas. So I'm seeing a lot of yogic postures over here as well. So there's a real emphasis on your practice. And you also need to look at some mudra practices. Study some mudras. I think that will also help you gain more knowledge. But there's a real emphasis on your intuition over here, which only starts by you firstly letting go and you decluttering your mind. You sort of going into the higher chakras in a way, but in a way where you're actually rooted in your physical body, so you don't fly away into the never-ending abyss over here, right? The never-ending astral plane. So you will be more tethered in your physical body, and you will be able to, like I said, you will be able to truly refine your psychic gifts by being more embodied, by sweating every day. I know it's it sounds like a lot of work, but it's not. Once you start doing it, you will start enjoying the practices, and you will also come up with your own practices because you are a genius over here. Your body will naturally make you do certain things. That sounds wrong. Your body will naturally, even for example, put you in certain yogic postures, which will really help you advance in your journey. So sometimes all we have to do is show up and do the work. It's not as complicated as we make it to be, and procrastination is not going to be your best friend. Pile number three. So you can master your body by being more present, by doing more physical things with your body, where you're even maybe walking to the supermarket or you're choosing to just go for a run out of the blue, even if you are not the kind of person who runs. Just switching it up from time to time and balancing your lower chakras to truly go beyond the duality. Because again, the intuition is there. You know what to do, you're just not doing it. Pile number three. So don't overcomplicate it. Don't let your mind run amok. Just show up and do it and understand that you will even save so much more energy, and you will be able to even do more. You will be able to give more. You will be able to express yourself better. You will be able to be more courageous. And you will be able to go beyond the fluctuations of, even if you're feeling the crappiest that day, pile number three, you will be able to still do your best work. So, and that is truly phenomenal, right? Because we live in a culture where, you know, if you have a breakdown, you don't go to work that day. So it's really important to understand that you are in a league of your own, but that means you also have to work the hardest. And you have to completely outperform yourself every time, and you will be able to. But don't overwhelm yourself. Really, really take it easy. And like I said, 10-15 minutes. If 20 minutes is too much, move your body. Whatever exercise comes to you, do it. It's just about you doing it. The Nike symbol, right? Just do it. So it's as simple. Don't complicate it. Don't make it something complicated. Yes, you might have some aches and pains, but that should not stop you from showing up on the yoga mat or whatever you're doing over here. Pile number three. And like I said, if you master the body, I think the spirit and the mind part has already been mastered for you. It's just about refinement now, and it's about gaining more deeper abilities and really honing your abilities that you already have. Yeah. Again, I'm seeing a lot of red, so do a red color meditation. And by that, what I mean is red has a very, very specific frequency. And instead of thinking about the color red, just feel into it. Really, really feel into the color red. And that will also help you balance out your root chakra. If your root chakra is not balanced, there will be no security for anything. And like I said, you need to use your gifts in a very physical way, in a very material way, where you're maybe creating money out of it, or you're helping people, or you're teaching people, whatever it is. There has to be an act of service in a very practical way, using all this esoteric, occult wisdom, which is just plentiful within you. So I would say you don't even need courses. I know I have so many people come to me and they're like, I can become a tarot reader after I do a course. And I'm like, you don't need a certificate. I don't have a tarot certificate. So it's just about practice. That's how you will get mastery. It's as simple as you showing up and doing the work pile number 3. Don't make it complicated. And I know I'm repeating myself, so I'll end the reading here. Yeah. So again, that's a general reading. Please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below. So you can definitely reach out for private reading. And I'll see you guys in the next video.